This is another set of beautiful AI-generated images from a project called AI Dreams. There's something about these cityscapes that I find so captivating. Maybe it's the blend of natural and man-made elements or the vastness of the landscapes. I want to explore these places, and I think you will too. So let's dive right in. The first piece is called Endless Vertical Farm, and I love this image. It has a really nice sense of depth to it. We're looking down at a farm, and there are multiple levels of farms below us. Now, there's lots of vertical farming going on in the world today. This is actually a photo of a real vertical farm in Singapore. But when I look at this image, it kind of feels like we've taken things to the next level. You can see here in the foreground, we have people who are inspecting the crops. And as you look up, you can see the different levels of this farm go higher and higher and higher. Eventually, they meet this glass ceiling, and beyond that, we have windows, so we have people living in the spaces above the farms. This concept of integrating farming with where people live is becoming more and more important. The next piece is called City Without Cars, and I love this one too. It's just a very cool, calm, clean image. You can tell it's a city because we have tall buildings surrounding us, but if we look down, all we see is green. There's no roads, there's no cars. Everyone is moving around by foot or by public transport, which looks to be that train in the distance. I think this is a great vision for the future. Some cities are already doing this. For example, Oslo, Norway has announced their goal to become a car-free city by 2030. This is going to be incredibly difficult, especially in a country that relies so heavily on cars. But if any city can do it, it's probably Oslo. What about your city? Let me know down below if you think your city could ever get rid of all of its cars. Okay, the next piece is called Woven City. I'm not sure what it is about this piece, but I feel like I've seen it before. Maybe it's the lighting or the fact that we're looking down at the city. Either way, it's a beautifully crafted image and I love it. Woven City sounds like a name for a city of the future, doesn't it? If you ask me, this looks more like a utopian society than a dystopian one. We have a mix of modern and traditional looking houses woven together in this community. In the distance, we have some high rises, but other than that, it's just a very peaceful looking neighborhood. This reminds me of the dandelion concept from the previous video. Remember how we talked about how the homes were spread out and integrated into nature? Well, this is kind of the opposite of that. Here the homes are integrated into each other. They're forming their own community, and then the community is integrated into nature. The next piece is called Hyperloop Station. I love the idea of hyperloops, but I'm not sure I love the design of this station. The idea of a hyperloop is to move people quickly between cities without the need for a plane or a train. Hyperloops haven't quite caught on yet, but Elon Musk believes they could be the transportation method of the future. He is actually building one right now in Las Vegas that will connect the airport to the center of the city. It is supposed to be completed by 2023, so we won't have to wait much longer to find out if they work. As for this Hyperloop station, I don't know. I feel like it looks a bit too much like a subway station. Hyperloops should be exciting. They should be cutting edge. They shouldn't look like something that already exists. Maybe that's why I'm not a designer. What do you think of this Hyperloop station? Does it feel futuristic enough for you? The next piece is called Downtown Aerial View. This is a beautiful image, but it has left me with more questions than answers. For example, how do people get up and down from those houses? Are those houses actually floating, and what happened to all of the roads? Looking at this image, it almost seems like all cars have been banned from the city. Instead, we have bikes and pedestrians everywhere. Do you have any ideas about what's going on in this piece? Let me know down below. The next piece is called Under the Bridge. This is such an interesting concept. We have this huge bridge that's elevated above the ground, and underneath it we have people living. They have homes, they have gardens, they have kids playing. It's a really cool concept. And it got me thinking about what we do with all of the empty space underneath bridges. Right now, most of the time it's just wasted space. Sometimes there might be some graffiti or maybe some homeless people living there, but that's about it. However, with a little creativity, this space could be used much more efficiently. I mean, just imagine if every bridge had parks and playgrounds underneath them. We would free up so much space in our cities. I realize this isn't exactly feasible, but I think it's a fun idea to consider. What do you think? Would you like to see parks and playgrounds under the bridges in your city? The next piece is called Residential Skyscrapers. When I saw this piece, my first thought was Avatar. Remember the Hallelujah Mountains from Avatar? That's the first thing I thought of. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, the Hallelujah Mountains were beautiful, but they weren't very practical. In fact, they weren't even real. Anyway, I bring this up because I think we're headed in this direction. Eventually, we're going to have skyscrapers that look like this. Personally, I don't mind it. I think it looks pretty cool. But it does make me wonder about the logistics. How do you build something like this? What happens if you need to repair it? How do you get people in and out of it? These are all questions I hope engineers and architects are already working on. Imagine if we could harness the power of AI to help us design structures like this. The possibilities are truly endless. Alright, the next piece is called Metro Line. I like this image because it's giving me Stranger Things vibes. Remember how in Stranger Things there's this abandoned subway system that will get strapped in? Well, this reminds me of that. Now this Metro Line may not be abandoned, but I still get the same feeling. It's a little dark, it's a little eerie, and it's definitely a little unsettling. What do you think? Does this give you the same feeling? Alright, the next piece is called Metropolis. I had to include this one because it's just so massive. Just look at the scale of this place. There are so many different levels. I feel like you could spend hours just exploring this city and you would still find new things. You would still find hidden pathways, secret gardens, cozy cafes, and bustling marketplaces. I think this is a really well-crafted image. There's a lot going on, but it doesn't feel too cluttered. It's not too busy. There's plenty of space for everyone to live comfortably. I think this is the type of city I would love to explore. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this journey through AI-generated images. I certainly enjoyed putting it together for you. But before we go, I want to show you this. These are all of the images we looked at today combined into one video. It's not AI generated, it's just a normal video. But I wanted to share it with you because I think it turned out pretty cool. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And if you really enjoyed it, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.